RTAG Nation, what is going on? Welcome back to the podcast. We are so excited to talk about the RTAG Nation convention and what happened in Denver. It was absolutely incredible. We took a week off to get some rest and relaxation before getting this next podcast out. And so today we're talking with Leading Edge Flight Academy. You are not going to want to miss that interview. They are a great West Coast option for you if you're trying to get your ratings or build time or do helicopter stuff as well. They are fantastic. We're going to do a recap of the convention next. This is the RTAG Nation podcast. That's right. Welcome back to the RTAG Nation podcast. We had a week off after the convention and we are getting right back into the podcast. Very excited about what's to come. Lots of shows for you. So if you are on YouTube and you are watching this, then congratulations. You found one of the best places to be that you could spend a Thursday or Friday, depending on when this comes out. But if you haven't yet subscribed, please take a minute, like this video, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can be shown or told when these go live. And if you're listening to the podcast, great, fantastic, glad to have you. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of the other podcast places. We are so pumped to have you. However, take a look at the video sometime if you get a chance, because we're going to have a lot of video content coming up soon. We're heading out to a bunch of different locations to actually do some interviews on site with some companies. We're going to look at simulators. We're going to do a bunch of other things. And then what you're going to see here today is our interview with Leading Edge Flight Academy. And then we're looking to actually go out to Leading Edge Flight Academy and do some interesting work there. We're very excited about what we're going to bring in the video content for this channel. So please take a minute, like I said, subscribe, and we would love to have you and tell you more about what's going on in the aviation industry with a focus on veterans. So today I'm going to talk a little bit fast on this portion because the interview is about 28-ish minutes or so, and so I don't want to waste your time, but let's talk a little bit about the recap of RTAG 2025.
Well, we're waiting.
This year we saw 4,300 people come through the doors of our convention. It was absolutely incredible. We had 97 different vendors and we had 130 plus volunteers of people, the red shirts that we call them, that took their time to give back to this community. And I just want to say thank you so much to those red shirts, to the volunteers, to the vendors, and to everybody who took time to come out. We know that for military members, because it's free, doesn't mean the weekend's free. And we know that it takes time out of your family's schedule. It takes time out of your schedule, and it takes money for hotels and travel and all of those things. But we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for attending this crazy thing that we had a vision for years and years ago. And so we cannot be more blessed to be able to be a partner with you in your next step, in your next journey. We had an opening ceremony this year that was absolutely fantastic. We tried a new way to do some opening ceremony. And if you didn't get a chance to see it, you can go over to Facebook. I'll link that down in the description, but you can go over to Facebook and we actually put our live opening ceremonies on Facebook Live so that you could watch it if you didn't come. We did a different format this year because we wanted to focus on more fun stuff and more donation stuff this year to talk about what it is that RTAG does and how we take those next steps. And so we really love that format, and I think we're going to keep that for a while to come. We had about 3,100 people in that room getting ready to open up the RTAG convention, and it was fantastic. We had Alan Johnson from American Airlines, and thanks to them for being a platinum sponsor this year. And they just did not disappoint. I can tell you, he is always fantastic. He got to come and speak. We had each of our board of directors, Tim and Jim and myself. We all got a few minutes to speak. And it was just, it was incredible. It was an incredible time to thank everybody for coming to talk about what RTAG is doing, and then also to thank our wives. And so that was one of the things that we got to do, is thank our wives and families for coming out. And then thank you for your wives and families coming out, and your husbands and families coming out, because we could not do it without our families. And that is something that we've always preached and we've always loved. And so when you bring out your husband or wife or your significant other, it really makes a difference to help them come into this decision with you. And we think that makes a lot of impact on what you do and who you choose to go fly for, because it is a great decision to do as a family together to figure out what the next steps for you are. We also had a little guest for coffee at the swag booth. Let me take a little Legendary Aviation Coffee. Fantastic supporter of us, supporter of the channel, and we could not thank Josh and his team enough for, one, incredible coffee, and two, for giving it to us at a rate that we could sell it back and make money for scholarships. I think I need to work with him and do like a caffeine scholarship, something presented by RTAG from Legendary Aviation Coffee, but thank you so much for that. And two, all the other sponsors, thank you for putting your money where your mouth is and really, truly investing in the RTAG mission and what it is that we want to do. So this year, like we said, 4,300 people came across for the weekend. It was unreal. We ran out of, a couple shirts early on. We had kids shirts. That was incredible. We had adult shirts, new shirts. We sold so much stuff that we were able to set aside another $50,000 for scholarships for next year, for 2026, just due to swag sales. And so that is a testament to you all. You can see I've got some of the new stuff on, which is just, oh man, just fantastic. This hat is fantastic.
So hot right now.
And this shirt is fantastic. So we are just so beyond ourselves that you would, one, want to support our mission, but two, that you would want to take your money and your time and give it back to a cause that or hopefully that is really, really meant for veterans. If you didn't know, all the money that we make off of the shirts, all the money that we make off the hats and the swag, and then every dollar of donation, every time you donate money to us, it goes right back into scholarships. It doesn't go into anybody's pocket. It doesn't go to pay for operational costs. It doesn't pay for the charity at all. 100% of donations will always go back to veterans. And so we want to thank you for being a part of that. And we got a fun announcement. I'm very excited. You're going to see this all over social media here soon. But we have the swag store going live next Friday. So you'll actually see two more podcasts. You'll see this one and the next podcast, and we're going to talk about the swag shop. It's going to go live next Friday, and we are going to have that open, and we cannot be more excited about some of the new things. In case you didn't get any of this new stuff, we are very, very excited to bring out some new stuff. And there's some things that we didn't have at the convention that you're going to have. Legacy members, you are going to get early access, just like we said, and you're going to get a 15% discount. So what is RTAG Legacy? Man, I'm so glad you asked. RTAG Legacy was launched this year at the convention. We announced it. In fact, we had over 50 people sign up for our Legacy Black level this year, and it was unbelievable. We want to thank you so much for your support. It was absolutely unreal, and we just cannot thank you enough. So what is RTAG Legacy? It is a way to leave a legacy for the people that are coming behind us. So there are 4 different levels. There's RTAG Legacy Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Black level. And what these are different levels starting at $25, going to $100. And it's a yearly commitment that is paid out monthly. So it's $25 a month, $50 a month, $75 a month, or $100 a month. Now, when you go to click on Legacy, you'll see a secret higher version that is if you want all of the things. So I won't even talk about that, but you can do that as you need to for that. But what it does is we wanted to partner with you and not just ask for money, but we want you to be able to show off that you're part of the Legacy team, but then you have a little something as well. And so we've actually spent a lot of time trying to put together just the right level of gifts in each section to make sure that you get a little something back for your money, which is great, but it just lets people know that you're part of the Legacy at RTAG and you're part of the team and what you do. So at each level, there's an awesome little swag gift that you're going to see. And then every year that you renew, there'll be something new that we'll send out. And we decide that about halfway through. But at the bronze, we've got an incredible new hat. You'll have an option. It's all black and it's got the RTAG Legacy logo. You'll have the option. You can see it over here. You'll have the option for a woven patch, and I'll put out some videos and information for that. It's a really sweet woven patch, similar to what you see here. Or you have this awesome PVC patch, which is very, very cool. And the PVC patch is like this puffed rubber. It's really, really neat. At the silver level, you'll get the RTAG Legacy Yeti, which is a 36-ounce Yeti. It's got the small mouth. It's got the large mouth options in the same cap, which is awesome. It's great to take with you on trips. I use it quite often now. It is a really, really great water bottle, obviously from Yeti, which is a really reputable brand. At the gold level, we have the RTAG Legacy quarter zip from Travis Matthew. So you'll get this awesome black quarter zip. It's not too thin. It's not too thick. It's kind of perfect for light evenings, or if you want to throw it over your uniform when you're commuting. It's a great option. It's a little bit longer, so it's very, very nice, and it does a great job. I'm very excited about that. It's possibly one of the best quarter zips I've ever purchased personally. And so very excited about that. I went through 6 different iterations of it to try and find the right one, and I think we nailed the right one. And then at the black level, we have one that we're really excited about, what we're calling the commuter jacket. So this jacket, again, I went through 3 or 4 different design options and things that we could do. This jacket is absolutely one of the best things for when you commute. That's why we're calling the commuter jacket. But it's got a little bit of extra room up in the shoulder area. So when you put your jacket on over your epaulets or over your suit coat for the winter months, it fits perfectly. The elbows stretch, the sides stretch. It's weather resistant, very nice texture outside, inside, zippable pockets. It is really, really sharp, and we think you're really going to like it. And so we are pumped about that for the commuter jacket is what we're calling this. And it's a really neat thing, but those are just ways to show that you're part of the RTAG legacy. So that's RTAG legacy. You might ask, how do I find it? Well, it's pretty easy. Go to www.rtag.org/donate on the brand new website that we have worked with RFX on, and it's so awesome. We love this website. And so rtag.org/donate. It'll be in the link in the description, or you can type that in, or you just go to rtag.org, click the donate button, and you'll find the option to do your traditional donations like you always have, and you'll find the option now for legacy. And in legacy, you'll have the ability to select what monthly amount you want to do, sign up for the year, and then you'll get an email from us. You'll get an email from me, and then you'll also get an email when your stuff ships and all of that, and we're super excited. Again, if you continue on, it will auto-renew each month for more than a year, and if you go into the next year, you'll automatically, at your level, get whatever the next year's version of your levels gift is for that. And we just want to say thank you for your generosity and for what it means to us. But we are on our way to $500,000 in giveaways. Another thing I'm very excited to talk about that was announced at the convention, and it went live the morning of the convention, is our brand new website. It's still at rtag.org, but we've got a whole new website development team. They've been fantastic. We are so pumped to work with them, RFX Technologies, and they have really helped us build a top-notch mobile-friendly website. And what you're going to see on there is you're going to see links to the new donation stuff. You're going to see a lot more content on our blog article setup. And then what we are pumped about is finally, on Veterans Day, you are going to see the brand new RTAG membership portal. And this membership portal is going to allow you to register as a member of RTAG. We're going to have different options. For civilians, we'll have a few options to be a supporter. If you'd like to be a supporter of us, we really thank you for that. And that's like going to be probably around $40 a year. So very inexpensive, but you will get massive discounts on the store, and you'll get discounts on coming to the convention as well, more so than you do already. And then obviously for veterans, it is completely free. Like we've promised from the very beginning, it will never cost you a dime to be a member of RTAG. And we are so excited to finally get this where we call it a card carrying member. We won't have cards right now, but you will have a membership number, and you'll have a bunch of access to things. We are working with organizations and companies to bring some really cool content to you behind the membership portal, if you will. There's going to be discounts, new discounts that we have. There's going to be access to newsletters that we're building up to look at where we're at for donations and all the things that are going to come with that. And then we are going to be launching a bunch of our information through there. When you go to register for the convention, you'll be able to do it right through the website, through the membership portal. You'll be able to track your donations, your generosity, your giving. You'll be able to track if you order stuff, you'll be able to track your shirt sizes and pant sizes and all the new things. And then you'll get a lot of information through that membership portal. We cannot wait. So you are going to want to mark your calendars for Veterans Day. There'll be more information coming to sign up as a member. we are very excited that this is finally happening, to be honest with you. And it's been all through the new website. So we won't have a kit bag today. So we'll do a recap before the interview, and then we'll do the interview, and then we'll do a final recap after the interview, which we're going to talk about some extra things. We're going to talk about next year's location, and we are going to talk about what to expect for RTAG 2026. And then I'm going to do a solo podcast next week it's going to be really just the kit bag. It's going to be talking specifically about where RTAG came from, where RTAG is now, and where we're going. Just kind of address some concerns I think that we've had from some people during the convention, and we want to make sure that you're taken care of and that you've got some information to go with that is quality information. So now let's jump over to my interview with Leading Edge Flight Academy. I think you're really going to enjoy Kate and Raymond, what they've got going on over in Bend, Oregon. It's super exciting, and let's jump to that right now. All right, everybody, we are here with Kate and Raymond from Leading Edge Flight Academy, and super excited. This is a very first for us and first for them because they are a brand new RTAG sponsor this year, and we are so excited to have you, Kate and Raymond. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
We have a lot to talk about, and I think it's going to be incredible for people are watching this, because you have some exciting things to not only to offer, but in both the fixed wing and rotary wing spheres. So we're going to jump right into that if you guys are good.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Sweet. Well, first of all, let's start with a little bit of introductions. Kate and Raymond, why don't you guys introduce yourselves to everybody watching and tell them a little bit about yourselves, and then tell a little bit about Leading Edge Flight Academy.
Yeah, great. Why don't you lead in? And
I'm just finishing my commercial license. Here, gonna continue on with CFI, going through COCC, Central Oregon Community College, using my GI Bill benefits. I was a former artillery officer for about 6 years. Started flying in Oklahoma, kind of while transition or deciding whether or not to transition out. Kind of fell in love with aviation and found a school that best fits my needs, where I can maximize my benefits, and came here to Leading Edge and really wanted to start kind of helping out. And I've seen a lot of posts on RTAG Nation on Facebook group about this school, and I know there's a lot of veteran involvement, and I brought it up to Kate and said, hey, we should get involved with this. And now I'm on admissions working with her, and here we are at RTAG and helping out.
Yeah. My name's Kate. I head up admissions here at Leading Edge, and I don't come from aviation, and I am a civilian. I got into this through public service, essentially. I worked at public libraries for years, and so I'm from the administrative side. And then, as happens, friends, family got into flight training. I ended up here, started learning, and started talking to a lot of veterans. And I am proud to work with veterans every day. I am confident that we are using benefits here at Leading Edge and our partner program as efficiently and ethically as possible. And we keep trying to do that every day. So a little bit about school. Leading Edge Flight Academy started in the late 90s as a avionics company. We are veteran founded, veteran owned, and grew into helicopter maintenance and education. Purchased some Robinson R-22s, connected up with Central Oregon Community College, and started flight training with helicopters in 2006. Came along, the fixed wing program joined about 2016. Wow. That's about 10 years ago. The fixed wing program joined. And 141 FAA Flight School, we're connected with the Central Oregon Community College program. And we can offer a wide range of training for both beginning career pilots and those with experience.
That's awesome. Well, this is one of the things that I've been super excited about, because I get the question all the time. Well, what about the West Coast? Every time, I mean, I hear it so often. And so listen, for you people who are watching, the West Coast, right? They have it. They have a program that you can do GI Bill, and they have helicopters, which is super exciting. And so with the GI Bill, and this is going to be the number one question, so I'm going to ask it right off the gate, is private pilot's licenses. Can veterans on the West Coast get a private pilot's license funded by the GI Bill?
Yes. Yes, through Central Oregon Community College, you can. Since it is a state school, you can use the full benefits with no cap and maximize it instead of going to like a private school or just a direct vocational 141 program.
Yeah, that is so big.
Yeah.
And for people, I think they just, a lot of people don't understand that. And again, not every program can do it. But this is huge because we do have a lot of enlisted folks that want to start flight training either in fixed wing or rotary wing. And that initial hump is really difficult. But here's a place that you can go. It's on the West Coast. You can do your education, and I assume it's through an associate's degree, correct?
Yes.
Yes, 2-year associate.
And you can do all your flight training. Plus, let's talk a little bit about, and I think it's expert Raymond here, since you've been doing it. Talk a little bit about like the journey for doing it through. You were artillery, so you weren't aviation, which is awesome. So no aviation background, and then you got the bug, like all of us do. So take us a little bit, kind of your journey through it, using benefits and what you've experienced.
Well, when I was getting out, I had my packet in, and I was kind of trying to figure out what schools to go to, and I was looking at skill bridge options and kind of trying to work all that stuff out. Unfortunately, none of the programs worked out with skill bridge, but I was already in contact with COCC and Leading Edge. So I had already got my private pilot license. I was just kind of waiting to start school, and they're like, hey, we can get you in an instrument. Jump right in. I was able to transfer over like majority of my previous college credits. So it was pretty smooth transition. They accepted all my college credits for my general ed, and I've just been taking 12 credit hours in aviation and doing the flight training as well. So it's built into a lab system.
Yep.
So you get X amount of hours for lab for each rating is broken up into 2 labs, and you get like X amount of hours. So you complete that, you kind of hit your gates with the 141 program, doing your stage check, EOCs, taking writtens, and then you can open up the next one, and then you kind of progress that way. So that's kind of how it's been with instrument. 2 labs, commercial has been another 2 labs, including like high performance and complex lab in there as well. And we also have a simulator, a Frasca, which definitely helps out with the kind of crawl, walk, run style of learning, and also helping with cost a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Now, are you doing fixed wing or rotor wing?
Fixed wing.
Nice. Yeah, that's super cool. Each of the labs, and then is that built into, you have, let's say lab 1 or whatever for your commercial. Is that built into, do you have certain hours that you require? Kind of like the old school Fly Cessna programs, right, where you have certain like requirements to get to each stage check. Is that how it's built out for the education side?
On behalf of Leading Edge, we're the connected. We provide the infrastructure for the program. We're going to answer some general questions on behalf of the college. Every student can connect with us. They can connect with the college advisors and get specific, detailed personal info.
Yeah, to continue on with like the first commercial lab, I had to have my written done and just kind of complete the, I believe it was about 50 hours of flight time with dual and solo flight time included in there, as well as grant for the 141 program and some sim as well. So once all that time has been exhausted, which is all paid and funded through the college. So it's all good for them. So that's how it's getting like GI Bill. I only have 60% GI Bill.
Sure.
So I have access to financial aid as well to kind of help offset that.
Yeah.
All that is billed through the community college, and I can use it here at the school.
Yeah, it makes it really easy too when the program is just kind of so tight like that, where you guys do all of, Leading Edge fills all of the pieces, and you can move all of the financial stuff through the college, and then it just kind of works, and it just makes it super seamless, which is very easy. What about lodging, housing, stuff like that? Is that all available as a normal person would come to school?
Yeah, sure. There's a housing allowance along with the program, as long as students are taking the requisite amount of credits to keep up that housing allowance. We do have transitional pilot housing here
cool.
in Bend, a small amount. We have Leading Edge owns a couple houses here in Bend, about 10 minutes from the airport. And so students, we can house about, in those houses, about 20 students at a time.
Wow.
We do 3-month leases. We have veterans moving in from all over the United States. I mean, we're very focused on U.S. domestic training and focused on our veterans. We are open. We have the M1 visa for international students as well. We have a small program, very small program, couple students a year there. Housing allowance definitely helps. Housing is hard everywhere right now. It definitely is. I know the rental market has gotten easier here in Bend over the last 2 years, I would say. And we absolutely, I mean, gosh, I've got a whole PDF with links of places that we know in town that are very conducive to student life.
That's awesome. And we'll, you talked about before, but we're going to put all these links in the description for YouTube. So people who are listening, not on YouTube, you can go to YouTube and find all the links for the college. You can find the links for Leading Edge. And then obviously, get in touch because like you said, you have so much to offer. And I want to talk a little bit about, because it's actually one of my favorite places. Bend, Oregon is where you guys are located. So talk a little bit about how, when people come, because I'm sure you've had people come and not understand fully what Bend, Oregon is about, and they come fly there and they're like, holy cow, this place is amazing. So if you're looking to go train somewhere that is gorgeous, talk a little bit about that.
Sure. I'll lead in as an Oregon resident my whole life, and then I'll let you as a pilot fly here. It's Bend we're in the center of Oregon, and I know a lot of folks, you'll hear Oregon, you think rain. We're in the rain shadow of the Cascades. We are on the east side. Everything hits the Cascades, falls on the Pacific. And so we are generally dry and sunny, and kind of the vacation spot for Oregon. There is a river, a mountain, and tons of BLM land in every direction. Most of our students are out on some kind of vehicle, whether it's motorized or non-motorized, or fishing or hunting, or they are out recreating when they are not flying. And I think that would be the biggest challenge for a student, honestly, is keep focused on your flight, even when there's powder up at the mountain.
That is true. I can see how that could be a good distraction, but also a bad distraction.
How is it flying?
Well, I guess my first duty station was Anchorage, Alaska, and
that's home.
Like nothing is kind of beat the whole like powder, mountains, water, just being able to do activities everywhere. And this is kind of, I can get my fix here in Bend for sure with like mountain bike riding and snowboarding in the winter, and just being able to be outdoors and kind of a little bit farther away from some things, but you definitely get a lot of peace in the nature out here. And then flying is incredible. I mean, we definitely have a range of weather conditions and stuff, being on the east side of the Cascades. I mean, get all that coming in, but flying over Crater Lake and around Mount Rainier have all been like key core memories for me, for sure. And it's just incredible views, incredible mountains. Can definitely pick out lines to go ski at during the winter.
I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. So yeah, great. You were at Jay Bear, I assume. And back in my day, it was just Richardson and just Elmendorf. But yeah, so and in fact, I just flew a trip out of Denver into Bend. And then we go to Redmond quite a bit too. So I always love going and seeing Crater Lake, and that's an amazing place. So helicopter stuff, let's talk a little bit about that, because that's something that we talk a lot about fixed wing, I think, just because of the roots, but there's a lot of folks that I know I have crew chiefs like, how can I go somewhere and fly helicopters? So let's talk a little bit about the helicopter trainings that you all offer.
Sure. Absolutely. So the full program, the full career program, runs through private instrument, commercial, both flight instructor ratings. Through the college program, there's also some turbine and night vision goggle time included, paid for by benefits. We fly Robinson R-22s and R-44s. And that is one thing that I want to emphasize, and the word that I'm trying to get out to students considering helicopter training, especially from the beginning, is employability in the Robinson. Employability, if you're flying, is highest if you're flying the Robinson, and if you are flying both models of Robinson going forward. Talked to many students who have trained in one model of helicopter, and are looking forward to employment opportunities and are looking for additional training. So we also provide, on the heli side, we will also use benefits vocationally in some of our advanced courses. So we can really, and we can do this on both sides, but helicopter especially, we can really start the career from beginning with no flight time at all, and we can train up to employability. We can also, I talk to many military aviators who are coming in with flight time, are looking to continue in the civilian helicopter world,
right,
and are looking at how to bridge to their first job. And we have options for that as well.
That's awesome. And then do you all have, I know we talked off screen a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit about, you guys also have CFI and rehire capabilities for people that are looking to continue, obviously, building hours in either. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, I mean, we will always hire our students first. Yeah. Always. That's a given. That's been the same ever since this is my 6th year here. Usually we will only hire our CFIs. We will only hire students that we have trained through at least a couple of readings. And so our instructors have usually been through the program. Most of our helicopter instructors, especially, are veterans. Then on top of training, we also are a full Part 135 tour and charter operation. So we provide tour charter services here from the same hangar, from our hangar here, which is about 2 years old. We provide tour and charter to the general Central Oregon area, and then we have Forest Service contracts as well. Bell 407s that are carded with pilots with Forest Service, and those are our students that have gone on in the industry. They have trained, they have come back, applied, and they're now working based in Central Oregon, going out on
that's
Forest
so
Service.
Cool. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, so many options. If you get there and fall in love with Bend, Oregon, you can.
I will say we also, once our students instruct with us, generally about 1.5 to 2 years, depending on what the industry is doing, we have connections, very tight connections in Alaska, Columbia, Temsco, Pollux, Maverick and Papillon in the Canyon. We have outfits in New York, Florida that our folks go to. And so the connection from instructor to chief recommendation to your next job is enormous.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's one thing that, I think that's getting GI Bill covered with helicopters. I do get asked that quite a bit. And it's a lot of our former backseaters. It's a lot of our former crew chiefs are like, hey, I want to fly helicopters in civilian side. How do I do it? Well, this is how you do it. Go hang out and talk to Leading Edge Flight Academy and get a hold of them. That's really neat. And then that program, you guys have both of those programs are fully funded as well by the GI Bill through the 2-year program with the college.
Both airplane and helicopter.
That is really cool. Yeah, that is really cool. I love that. So one of the things that we are excited about, because we obviously met through RTAG and through getting this whole thing together, want to say thank you, first of all, for coming to RTAG this year.
Well, this is actually going to be the 3rd RTAG I went to. When I was down in Oklahoma, I tried to go to the Dallas one every time. So honestly, networking, we see a bunch of people asking questions on our Tag Nation Facebook page. And I think being able to actually show face and be like, hey, we can actually answer these questions with our representatives is going to be incredible. Also helping out the veteran community. It means a lot to me to help out and also make connections. And RTAG is a great place to do that.
And I love that you're bringing a different perspective too, which is really awesome. And it's one that we want to capture quite a bit. So I'm glad we were able to do this and have you on as well, because you're military, but you're not an aviator. And that's one of the things that we want people to know, like, this is what we love doing, is taking people who were not aviators in the military, but It's like this is what you got to do. You know that you want to fly. So you've been to the RTAG conventions. Have you already warned Kate about them?
Well, I think it's something that she's going to have to experience for herself.
Yeah, mostly good things. So
we always want to say thank you for being able to put in there. What is something that you have found with maybe either new veteran students or veteran students who either whether they're military aviators or not, maybe there were questions or things they didn't know when they showed up that they probably learned or that you guys have kind of helped guide them on the path. You can maybe dispel some issues before somebody comes to sign up or answer some questions there.
The thing that I've noticed a lot recently, it's kind of figuring out your timeline and kind of creating, like, managing expectations. If you're 2 months out from getting out of the Army, it's going to be hard to fill you in exactly on your ETS date with a start. We do follow the term schedule with COCC because we have so many students. It just makes it a lot easier. And also, we are always going to encourage maximizing your GI Bill benefits.
Right.
Starting early is going to help kind of manage those expectations. So once you know your ETS date, start getting in contact. The earlier you know you want to do this, the easier and the smoother the transition is going to be, instead of getting out, moving back home to Texas, and then realizing I need to pick up and move again to start school. So starting early is going to be the biggest thing. Also, just kind of understanding the kind of progression. The industry is always fluctuating. The demand for instructors and pilots as we go on is always changing. I mean, I listen to like Kit Darby and other people that I've met at RTAG, and it's definitely a roller coaster. So just kind of like, again, managing those expectations. It could be really quick, kind of getting to your 1,500 hours or making it to CFI and becoming hireable, but everyone has kind of a different journey and how long that takes. So
yeah, and we talk to our folks a lot about expectation management. Understand, and do it early. Like, get a hold of leading edge early so that you can start having those conversations, because I think that is the case. Sometimes people go, well, I'm ETSing in 3 months. Can you guys get me in? It's like, dude, it's June. What are you talking about? I mean, it's crazy.
We can get you in at the next opportunity. Yep. Totally. We do have, there's the college is 4 start dates a year. So that's what's great. If everyone focuses on fall, that gets tough, but winter is a fine time to start. January this year was awesome. There are 4 start dates a year through the college. So we can, but I totally agree. Yeah. Start early. Really the things we touched on. Yes, the private is covered through this program. Don't spend your time and money getting your private on your own. It can be funded by the GI Bill. Housing allowance is included. That's so huge, and especially so huge for a beautiful place like Bend. And also, in terms of helicopter training specifically, just look at training in multiple models of helicopter to focus on employability going forward. That is just, if I had to sum up my conversations with helicopter pilots, putting together the hours to move forward in the industry and with the Robinson SFAR safety requirement. I would emphasize what Raymond said about RTAG. Like, we are more than happy to talk to veterans and service members personally. Everyone has a different experience, they're coming in with different knowledge and potentially flat hours, potentially no flat hours, but crew experience. We'll talk with everyone individually and make sure you're on the path that we have found to be most efficient.
Last kind of question for me is, do you all offer things outside of the 141? So if somebody wanted to come and say they wanted to get a CFI, just a CFI, and they can do it on their own in helicopters, you guys have all those as well to offer?
Yes, and we will accept benefits vocationally as well.
Okay,
so I can counsel students on, you just need your CFI rating and you want to use your VA benefits for that. It's a little complicated, but let's look at it. We have, if you want to fund with VA benefits, it does have to be 141. We do offer Part 61 training, absolutely. We will do individual ratings. We work with students who are partway through ratings and are trying to finish up.
Do you all do what if I was coming, just wanted to get my SFAR requirements for the Robinson?
Right now, we have options with our VA courses, are transitional. Essentially, we're working on some additional courses that are specifically R22 or transition courses into that. So
Nice.
students coming to us with just R22 time want to transition into the 44. We've done that for multiple students to get that. The 10-hour SFAR, 50 hours, 20 or 25 to 50 hours is a little more difficult to piece together, but we can
Yep.
get students a fair way there.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a little selfish for me. I actually want to come get mine. Want to get my SFAR and all that stuff for the Robinsons. So
Come on in. Yeah, great.
I'm telling you right now, being able to do it in Oregon would be incredible. So my son's a big Oregon fan. So I'm talking to someone from Oregon today. You want to go fly over there? So he's
Great.
like, I don't know if I want to fly, but I'll go hang out. So
Thank you so much.
This is awesome.
We're so excited for the conference. Thank you for putting this on and supporting veterans. That's our goal every day. We're really grateful for the opportunity to come talk to people here.
Yeah, and we are pumped about it. It is. I think this is going to get a lot of traction, and I think people are going to be really excited about it. And so, yeah, thank you for being a partner with us and coming this year. And we're going to put all the contact information for you all down in the comments for this so that you can get a hold of everybody and you can start looking at that. Maybe start that conversation early. This is going to resonate a lot with people who maybe don't want to fly in the airline, but they just don't know where to start. And I think it'd be a great conversation to have with you all. Be super beneficial for people who this is not really what they want to do. And we always get asked all the time, well, I just don't want to fly in the airlines. Or like I said, I get my backseaters all the time. I just want to fly helicopters, but I don't know where to start.
Absolutely. We've been doing it for almost 20 years out here. We're glad to talk to you about it.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much, Kate and Raymond. Great to meet you. Meet you anyways, but we are so pumped to meet you in person. Looking forward for more information and for a partnership to come. And so just want to say thank you to you and Leading Edge Flight Academy for what you do for veterans and putting all this together to continue to serve us. And it is so fantastic. Good luck getting all your commercial stuff. Looking forward to seeing you guys in person.
Thanks so much,
looking forward to meeting you.
Right back at you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Raymond and Kate from Leading Edge Flight Academy for that awesome interview. I cannot wait to go out there. So we talked about it a little bit, but we're going to go out there with the podcast and shoot a full podcast at Leading Edge Flight Academy in Bend, Oregon. Their contact information is in the description. A ton of information for you to be able to grab. So if you're listening to this, you can jump over to the YouTube channel and you can grab the description information for how to get a hold of Leading Edge Flight Academy and find out more. But we're going to do a long form podcast out there. It's very, very fun. And this is probably why you should go ahead and subscribe to the channel on YouTube so that you can see other things. If you like listening to podcasts, that's totally fine. But we think there's going to be some interesting podcasts you might want to watch, like that long form interview. Plus, we're going to be doing RTAG reviews. That'll be coming out in November with some luggage and a bunch of different things. And so there'll be some fun video content for you to consume. But I want to say thanks again to Leading Edge Flight Academy. They had a blast at the convention. I got a chance to talk to them. They were so impressed with everybody, and they're so excited about what comes next over in Bend, Oregon. Okay, so we recapped everything before the interview. If you just saw the interview and didn't catch that first half, go check that out. We recapped quite a bit. And what I want to talk about is 2026. 2026, we are moving the convention out of Denver. And here, let me just show you this awesome video to show you where we're going next.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up.
That is right. We are going to Orlando, Florida at the Orange County Convention Center, and it is going to be awesome. We have already started preparations. We're already working with them. Hotels will be out here soon. We've already sent out vendor information. It is going to be a blast. So if you're bringing families, you've got Disney, you've got Universal, you've got lots of options, and we're working together with maybe some of those options to provide some fun activities for you and the family to do the week of RTAG. It is going to be fantastic. It is going to be the 17th and 18th of October. You want to come in a little early, but the 17th and 18th of October in 2026 in Orlando, Florida at the Orange County Convention Center. You are not going to want to miss it. We're going to announce on Veterans Day the theme. We're going to do a bunch of stuff on Veterans Day, but we're going to announce the theme for the scholarship party for kind of the overall weekend of events, and you are not going to want to miss that. We'll do that maybe via live or maybe via the podcast. I'm not really sure how we're going to do that yet, but it is super, super exciting to go into Orlando. In fact, we're in Orlando for the next 3 years. We've signed a great deal with them, and they've been able to give us a lot of discounts, so that helps us give more money. So don't forget about Legacy. Orlando, mark your calendars, the 17th and 18th of October in 2026. And if you want to get hotels now, you can. We are going to have hotel deals for you. We're already working with several hotels in the area. Everything is going to be walkable, or you'll be able to jump on a trolley and get to us. It is going to be fantastic. We have the merch store going live next Friday. You are not going to want to miss it to pick up this fantastic looking merch that Tim worked on. And then next week, you are not going to want to miss the solo podcast. So next week, I'm going to talk about where RTAG came from, what RTAG is doing right now, and what is coming in the next 2 to 3 years that you can expect from RTAG. It's going to be about a 15-minute one. It'll be pretty quick, not like these longer ones. But you're not going to want to miss that, because we want to make sure that we address lots of information. We get a lot of feedback from you that are coming to the convention, and we want to make sure that we are doing what you're needing us to do. And then we want to make sure that we can address any issues that you might have had. And we think that there's some misconceptions out there about where RTAG started and what we're doing now. And we just want to make sure that you feel taken care of in this endeavor and what comes next. If you haven't caught the interview with United, man, go check that out. I'll link that here as well. And then check out any of our other ones. Alex Tapia stopped by, Financial Resources. Fantastic interview. You're not going to want to miss that. And then I'm going to start on the channel shrinking those down so you can catch just the interview portions. And so we'll be able to give you a little bit more concise content so that you can, maybe if you have a quick day, you can just skip through those. But we want to thank you for supporting us. We have so much more to share with you. Till next time, thanks for watching the RTAG Nation podcast. RTAG Nation, we will see you in the next one.